This is just a big experiment. It's actually like 2 or 3 big experiments. I'll explain that as we go. I'm experimenting with an electric net wire fence, and we've done it before a couple of different ways. This is kind of a new way, and I'm actually experimenting with like 3 or 4 different things all at once. So I'll walk you through that as we go. I haven't been on YouTube for a little while, just kind of been distracted. We got that cold snap in, that was a distraction. Got a new intern, just a bunch of different stuff going on. So I've got some catching up to do, but let's talk through this fence we built yesterday real quick. I should have videoed it as we went. I just got too goal focused and started knocking it out, but let me show you this. Okay, so we have a trap lane here in the pens. We trap all the cows into this little area and then run them into the pens. A couple of bulls just walked through. We used to have a 5-strand high tensile fence right here, and they just walked right through it and tore the whole thing out. So they were fighting, just kind of pushing each other around. So what we did is we just got some of this 52-inch net wire. It's not electric yet, hopefully, because I'm about to get shocked otherwise. So 52-inch net wire, and we ran it 6 inches off the ground. So down here 6 inches up, and then this is sitting 2 inches off of that. So we've got these set at 5 foot, so 60 inches on the posts. The top of the wire is at 58 inches, and the bottom of the wire is at 6 inches. So it's attached to fiberglass posts, just like what we do with our our single strand high tensile, except for no pop offs or anything, obviously, because you're not gonna do that. And then it's just really tightly tied on here, so you can actually see it kind of deforms around the post as you tie it, and every tie actually makes this just a little bit tighter. So that's that might have to be replaced with drilling the post, actually drilling a hole right here and tying it through. I don't know that it will. This is how I've always tied T-post fences and anything else I've made. Usually works really good. And then over here, let's talk about our H braces. So remember how I said I was experimenting with multiple things? I know that this will work for line posts for the electric fence. I'm pretty sure this will work because we've got like, I don't know, 30,000 feet of single strand like this. So this is our H brace though. Here's the third thing I'm experimenting with. My stick welder, my gas powered stick welder, is not working. The one that they would usually use, I've actually never even used it. So I needed to build an H brace that I could put together in the field and not need a stick welder for. So what we've got here is driven pipe. This is cut and driven in the ground. And then when you drive this pipe, sometimes it bellows out the top. So I just took a battery powered grinder and buffed it off. And then I didn't have a stick welder. So what I did is I actually went to the shop. I've got a MIG welder sitting over in the shop that I have access to. And went and cut and saddled this piece. And then this is 2 3/8 pipe. This is 2 7/8 pipe. 5/8, 7/8, I think. So it sleeves right over the top of it. So I just went ahead and made 2 of these pieces. One for this H brace, one for the other one. And then I didn't do this. I don't know who did that. Don't look at that too close. But so we've got 2 3/8 pipe with a 2 7/8 welded on there at a perfect 90. Everything's perfectly square and all that. And then we drove our corner post and pulled our line to get the fence straight. And when we did that, we went ahead and brought this piece over and laid it down and got our distance from that one. Because in order to do this, you have to get this pipe and that pipe perfectly spaced. So we went ahead and just used the pipe itself to do that. Drove that pipe, drove this pipe. Then we came in and put these poly sleeves on. That's the same ones we use on our single strand high tensile. I've built probably 30,000 feet of it that way now. Quite a bit of fence, and I absolutely love it. So it's a full post insulator, so I can tie right off to the post without any issue at all. I can run all of this wire off of it, no issue at all. It's completely insulated from the steel. We've got 2 inches to play with right here, 2 inches to play with right over there before we get anywhere close. And then you'll also notice on this H piece, I gave us another 3/4 of an inch right here intentionally, just to make sure that this keeps that pipe pushed down on there and held tight. So this is an assemble in the field H brace. Never done this before, and it's not welded or anything, just the tension from that wire and the tension from the net wire is what is holding this on right now. If I get my stick welder back up and going, I'll run a bead. Or the alternative is you could just drill in there and put a bolt or a self tapper or something. But this was just thrown together in the shop and brought out here and stuck up. So we did. This is an Australian, not to the best of my knowledge, if I did it right. It's a Cobb & Co. This right here, same deal. That just holds this. Typically, if you're using a wood post, you'd put a staple or a nail or something in order to make this where it doesn't slide up and down. So we just bound up this knot. I believe it's Australian originally, but I learned it from an Aussie at least. And you can get that thing stinking tight without breaking your wire. So it's on there real tight, and then this is pulling on it at a little bit of an angle just to keep that H brace from tweaking over to the side. So there's another experiment. I've never done an H brace like this. Be interested to see what happens. I'm a little bit hesitant to put an experiment this early in its experimentation process up on YouTube, but I might get some really good ideas too. So that's what I'm looking for. If you guys have any input on this, electric fence too, I'm pretty confident in this. These ties are real good. I don't think they're going anywhere. That's a pretty tight fence. The fiberglass lets it bow a little bit. So if we get bows in here again, I don't know. If this thing's carrying 8,000 volts and it's net wire, I don't think they'd push through it. They might. You never know, I guess. So there it is. All right, well, let me know what you think of this. Let me know if there's anything that you would do differently. Again, I don't have a stick welder. I'm trying to build an electric fence out of net wire that's going to last. And it's an extra tall. It's the 52-inch one. So let me know. This is kind of the best I came up with short term. The other guy helped me out a little bit thinking this through on the H design and stuff. But this is what we've got. We also spaced all these posts. That's another thing I should mention. All of these fiberglass posts are spaced at 12 foot. So they're a lot closer than normal and just a little bit more strength and structure to them. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any input. The only other thing that I'd mention is we're going to come back and we're gonna paint all of this black and put caps on it probably. If I get the time to do that this afternoon, I will, just to help it kind of last a little longer, maybe look a little nicer. Probably should have hired a different welder if we wanted it to really look nice, but I do the best I can. So all right, well, I appreciate it. If this is any value to you, I'd appreciate if you'd like the video, comment, let me know that it adds value. Let me know what else adds value as well. And then if you're feeling extra generous, share this with anybody that you feel would be interested in seeing something like this. I think that's what helps out the channel and everything the most, is just sharing it and seeing new people. I've been enjoying the process so far, but definitely have a lot to learn here on YouTube. So let me know what you think, and I hope y'all just keep ranching. Enjoy the nature that God's given us.